Discussions on video game controversy, contention, and conflict are the foundation of many a message board. We're ready to embrace hardline declarations, thoughtful opinions, dividing polemics, and weigh the rebuttals and endorsements to render a definite, if uneasy, judgment from our staff. Simply put, if someone at GT has a strong opinion, they'll raise their voice, release a statement to their peers, and receive feedback. Agree or disagree, you'll have to see, but it's not over until you weigh in, vote on the outcome, leave a comment, and let your voice be heard in the final verdict.
So let's get started.
It's no secret, Wii U sales are struggling, so much so that it's barely treading water right now. How can Nintendo keep the console from drowning? Well, they can start by releasing a cheaper version without the gamepad in Nintendo Land. They've already essentially abandoned the basic set, making $350 the general price of entry. With the PlayStation 4 fast approaching at just $50 more, that's not good enough. And by making the gamepad optional, Nintendo could likely get the price as low as $200. And the fact is that so far, Nintendo has done nothing to prove that we need a gamepad with every system. Nintendo Land and Game & Wario have used it the most, but Pikmin 3 plays better with the Wii Remote. Look at the majority of games coming out in the near future. Bayonetta doesn't need a touchscreen, Wind Waker HD doesn't need it, Mario 3D World, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Mario Kart. So far all the gamepad can offer these games are mild, unimportant perks. Even Rayman Legends, which seemed to seal the deal on what makes the gamepad so great, is getting ported to other platforms with standard controllers. Yes, a touchscreen is a far better interface than Kinect, and off-screen play is fantastic. But Nintendo doesn't seem to know how to make the device crucial to gameplay. If the company's just going to make traditional games, cut the gamepad out of the equation and start boosting sales now.
A version of the Wii U without the gamepad is a horrible idea. Removing the gamepad from the Wii U box would allow for a price cut, but price isn't the Wii U's problem. People are passing on the console because there are no good games for it. A gamepadless system will mean fewer games because it will split the user base. Here's how that works. If a game uses the gamepad, people without a gamepad can't play it and won't buy it. If the game doesn't use a gamepad, then people who own a gamepad will pass on the game. It doesn't even matter if the gamepad is any good, because people who spent their money on a gamepad will want to use it. For the developer, no matter what he chooses, it will mean lower game sales, which means fewer developers will make games for the Wii U. And the thing the Wii U needs now, more than anything, is games. A tabletless Wii U would be a death blow to the console.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm sorry, Nintendo, but you've made your bed and now you must lie in it. I think splitting SKUs is always a tricky thing and probably shouldn't be done. Obviously, the Kinect and the PlayStation Move were added on later, but here we have a fundamental difference, and this is how this product was originally shipped. And Nintendo, yes, sure, Bayonetta may not need the gamepad, and really Pikmin 3 didn't really need the gamepad. But guess what? It's up to you, Nintendo, to make games and to encourage people to make games that take advantage of this. I think there'd be way more problems if you split it into two dividing camps that have and have-nots for the gamepad. And yes, I'm sorry Zombie U didn't sell well, but third parties, it's also up to you to use your imaginations and make stuff that people will want to buy and make good games.
Video games are popular because people like interactivity. While that can make some people want to use a tablet to play a game on a television, it also makes other people want to play games the way they've played them for years. The greatest solution in any case is to give the user the choice. Analog sticks, rumble, motion controls, all of these things have taken years to be accepted by and adapted to the industry. And they wisely added to the existing experience instead of completely redefining it. With the system backwards compatible with the Wii, not to mention the library of content Nintendo has put online, most of the best games you can play on your Wii U have absolutely nothing to do with the gamepad. And even some of the Wii U's premier titles don't require the use of the tablet and are better without it. And with Smart Glass able to slowly grow its relevance without driving up the price of the Xbox One, the Wii U tablet is going to get left behind. The gamepad is cool, but so is Wii Motion Plus. Having it tied to certain games is fine, but don't stuff it into the console box and make us pay extra. Give people the flexibility to build their Wii U experience how they see fit, for no greater reason than to get the system at a cheaper price. Thank you for innovating, Nintendo. Now it's time for you to liberate.
I think it's way too soon to cross our arms and demand backpedaling.
Both the Nintendo DS and 3DS were dumb, gimmicky, and overpriced devices when they came out, and then they both went on to become two of the greatest video game machines I've ever seen in my life. This idea that all implementations of the gamepad must be crucial to gameplay isn't historically relevant when you consider the best games for those systems. Do you need 2 screens to play Animal Crossing? No. Do you need 3D to enjoy Fire Emblem? Come on. A huge price cut won't save the Wii U, it will cheapen it. The only way out of this hole is making great games, and when or if that happens, everything else will fall into place, as it has before.
There were 2 of us that felt the Wii U gamepad should be optional, but 3 disagreed. So the verdict goes in favor of Nintendo staying the course.
I really didn't know how people would react to this proposal, but at least I wasn't completely shut out. A split user base could be bad for future gamepad support, but for the system as a whole, I think a split user base is better than no user base. Big publishers like EA are dropping support. They've never dropped a Nintendo console before, and it will take a strong turnaround to get that support back. What I will agree on wholeheartedly is that Nintendo needs to bring the games. Sales have been dead because post-launch software has been scarce. It will be interesting to see how the market reacts when heavyweights like Mario Kart and Smash Bros. Start hitting the shelves. I don't think this is the only thing Nintendo could do to spur sales, but I do think they need to find some way to get the price down. This is Nintendo's most expensive home console to date, and for many, the gamepad isn't enough to justify that price. Yes, the 3DS has recovered from its floundering start, but don't forget, much of that was driven by an $80 price drop as well. To be clear though, I do enjoy the gamepad. It's a fun device to use, and I like browsing through drawings on Miiverse. I just want the Wii U to be successful, and it may take extreme measures to make that happen.
Almost everyone sided against last week's assertion that Final Fantasy XV should go back to its original name. Phoenix Hinatori completely agrees that it should be called 15. Even from the beginning, it looked the better of the 2. Even Agito looked more interesting than 13. I Am Kite has grown up loving this franchise, and it's a big part of my life, but the Fabula Nova Crystallis brand has only brought me bewilderment and confusion. Only a few sided with me, including Over03, who was surprised that the GT voice is pissed, and I totally agree with him. Perhaps Cesius said it the best. I don't care what they call it, I'm still gonna play it.